What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we're halfway through the second week of the Tyre Nichols trial, and for most of the day, Emmitt Martin was still on the stand, getting his cross-examination by the defense lawyers, of the officers that he's testifying against. Now, he wasn't the only one that was on the stand, so I guess his testimony is over for now. But they did exactly what I thought they was going to do. They was going to try to bring his character up into question, why he's telling the truth, his motive for taking the deal, and all so on and so forth. Stuff we always see in court where they try to discredit the witness. But I want you to take a look at the update of what's going on, and then I want to come back and talk about a couple of things on here that it's really crazy.
Trial of 3 former Memphis police officers charged in the death of Tyre Nichols continues in federal court. And a key prosecution witness continues to be grilled by attorneys for the 3 defendants.
Emmitt Martin was also charged in the case, but took a plea. And now what he said to the FBI and U.S. prosecutors surrounding that plea is under scrutiny.
WRG's April Thompson has been our reporter in the courtroom on the scene. She's live now with the very latest. Fill us in on today, April.
Greg, Stephanie, plenty of cross-examination by the defense today. The 3 attorneys for those 3 officers looking for inconsistencies in what former Scorpion Unit officer Emmitt Martin told the feds, who offered him a deal in exchange for his help with their case. It's a plea deal that has former Memphis police officer Emmitt Martin taking the stand and testifying in the trial of his fellow Memphis Police Scorpion Unit members, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith. But attorneys for the 3 officers spent much of Wednesday trying to poke holes in the statements Martin gave to prosecutors, from changes in how he exaggerated Tyre Nichols pulling for his gun to whether Demetrius Haley kicked Nichols in the head or the torso. Attorneys picked apart what Martin said piece by piece, also reminding him that his plea agreement could be in jeopardy if it's discovered he is being untruthful. Justin Smith's attorney, Martin Zumock, honed in on the video of the officers describing how they hit Nichols, but Martin doesn't chime in anything about the face punches or kicks he gave Nichols. Zumock saying it was because Martin knew if he had, Justin Smith would have turned him in. Martin denies that. Zumock, in an attempt to show another side of his client, Justin Smith, tried to get Martin to remember that Smith was the one who turned in another officer who hit a homeless person with mental issues. Martin said he didn't remember. Zumock's questioning at some point seemed to aggravate Martin to a degree as they battled back and forth over what he said to prosecutors and what he remembered. We also got some insights into the now defunct MPD Scorpion Unit. Martin saying it was data-driven, and if you didn't meet your numbers, you could be sent back to your precinct. Saying Lieutenant Dwayne Smith, who was over the unit during the Tyre Nichols incident, was more hard-driven than the previous lieutenant, wanting more arrest. And we also know more about Martin why he said he was already angry when he spotted Tyre Nichols that night back in 2023. He said he and Haley had already had 2 misses that night. One was executing a warrant, and the person they were looking for when they went there was not there. So that was one thing. The other, he said they got a tip that Glock switches were being sold in an apartment complex in Binghamton. But that hit home for him because his daughter and her mom live in that apartment complex. Now, Martin's testimony has ended. After him came Demetrius Haley's ex-girlfriend. She testified that Haley texted her a picture of a badly injured Nichols from the scene that night. We also heard from dispatch about what officers radioed in that night that Tyre Nichols was beaten. And on the stand right now, a paramedic who came to the scene that night, on the scene where Tyre Nichols was, he said, "I tried to do everything for Mr. Nichols. He was unresponsive the whole time." Reporting for your news leader in downtown Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
I see that. More and more stuff is coming out. And it's surprising, but it's not surprising. Now, they had him up there. They tried to rattle him, piss him off. They're making it like he's this guy with an attitude. Well, shit, he is this guy with an attitude, gets mad, turns up, and gets rattled easy. Now watch this, guys. Justin Smith's lawyer got into it with him. They exchanged back and forth. He trying to paint Justin Smith because remember, Justin Smith, unbeknownst to us, was the leader of the Scorpion unit. That's crazy. He was the leader. Attorney brought up. Why you ain't bringing up the part when you hit Tyre Nichols? Remember, they was playing the video and he was talking through the video. When he punched Tyre Nichols, he got quiet. Lawyer saw it, brought it up. Why you bring that up? You know why you didn't bring it up, Emmitt Martin? Because if Justin Smith saw you do that, he would have turned you in, just like he did a previous officer who punched a homeless guy with mental issues. Cut the crap. He was holding him while he punched him in the face. So cut that BS right now. This is the games they play. And this is why this thing's gonna be prolonged. I was asking myself, we'll get back to this in a second. I was gonna do a video on this. I was asking myself, I said, early into the trial, where the Scorpion team members that are up there already look bad after they showed that first stop, why would they put Emmitt Martin up there on the stand so quickly and early in the trial? Because they already were on the ropes. You put just Emmitt Martin there, the most hated of the Scorpion team, for what he did to Tyre Nichols, that he get up there and say what he say. Yeah, I feel bad about it. I'm owning up. We all was wrong. Shouldn't have did it. Regardless of what, if you believe him or not, he did the worst, but he's saying the most against them. Him and Haley was boys. Proof of that is they was boys at the job. What did they say? He was turned up anyway, mad. Because they did a raid and it was unsuccessful. They didn't turn up, nothing turned up. Then they got they did another sweep, and that Glock switches was sold by the apartments where his mom and his daughter stayed. It made him fighting mad. So what did he do? He turned it up and he took it out on Tyre. Told you, Phil, Lieutenant Dwayne Smith need to have his dumb ass up there sitting with them too. He should. The way he treated Tyre and all this other stuff, this goes right in line with the way I thought about the man. Said the Scorpion team was what? Driven for arrest, hard driven for arrest. Go out there and arrest somebody. You don't think that played a part in Tyre Nichols' demise? The pressure that was on them? Think about it. Seriously, say he was worse than the last supervisor. Y'all gotta get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Look at that. Strike one, the raid messed up. Strike two, second raid messed up. Glock switches. No, didn't come up with nothing. Strike three was what? Tyre Nichols. Get his old ass up there with them. Seriously. Seriously. Said if you didn't make enough arrests, they send your ass back to where you come from. Nobody want, as men being a man and being competitive, nobody wants to be in that position of getting kicked off of a team, demoted. So the pressure was on. And they picked the right ones with the right mentality to turn up at any time, and then put the pressure on them to turn up even more. And this is the result. This is the freaking result. And I'm trying not to cuss today. This is the result. An innocent man gone for no reason. They got him sitting up there. He in the hottest part of the fire. Now he's sitting there talking about what he did and what was done and all this other stuff. And now they trying to pick him apart. Last night in the thing, they said, I learned this last night, late last night after I made the video. They said, oh, you suffer from PTSD. Oh, you was in that car accident. You have anger issues. They're trying to crack him and get him unsettled on the stand. And they had an exchange of words today. But he ain't the only one. You wait till Demetrius Haley get up there, his boy. The other half of the Smash Brothers, remember? And watch what he do. I can't wait till Desmond Mills Jr. get up there, the Baron of Batonism. The one that hit Tyre Nichols with the baton. I can't wait till he get up there. By that time, they're going to really be against the ropes or sweating bullets. Because I'm going to tell you, man, I like Emmitt Martin. The stuff he's saying is killing them. And they grasping for air and grabbing at straws right now. That was a brilliant strategy by the defense to put him up there immediately after they showed that thing. Because remember, at the first stop, who was talking the most shit? Demetrius Haley. I'll break your arm. I'll bust your shit. Then he said he'd shoot him. Remember that? Have a good time explaining all of that when they get you on the stand, but you might not get up there against legal counsel advice. But either way, man, this thing is looking bad and it's looking worse and worse by the day. I'm Steve for the stock market. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Justice for Tyre. Let's get it. Oh yeah, and for the record, Demetrius Haley looks really bad right now. You beat a man up and then took a cell phone picture, because remember we was all talking about the cell phone picture. You took a cell phone picture of your handiwork, of how you did a fellow citizen, and you sent it to your girl. Official police business and brutality. You sent the show off. This is how I do. This is how I get down. This is what we do. Scorpion Team Nick. Disgraceful. That alone should have ended the trial. Because it shows, as them as a collective, how they acted, the arrogance they had, and how they had no regard for really carrying out, law and order. They only wanted to deal with chaos and devil stuff. I'm done.